Okay, today what we're going to do is we're going to take this door apart and we're going to try installing what I fabricated this week, which is I took an original Chevy window regulator and I installed a motor on it, so now it should be a powered window, and we're going to install it and see how well it fits, and we're going to see how well it works. So I'm going to tear this door apart. I'm not going to waste your time showing you how to tear the door down. I'm presuming that everybody already knows how to do this. Okay, so we've got the door panel off now, and I was going to show you in here what we've got to work with. Now, I had restored this truck a few years ago. When they painted it, they clearly didn't do much further than what you see here as far as the painting goes. And all this equipment is all the original equipment in here. And so I'm slowly starting to upgrade this thing, and I would have replaced this anyway, but the whole concept here is that we should be able to use this original regulator in here and simply make modifications, which I've done to this new regulator, and onto this old regulator using the new motors. And so the total conversion cost for this power window conversion should be around $50 in total, including both motors that you have to buy to do this. And so that's what we're going to demonstrate here shortly. Okay, so what you see now is we have the window wing out and the window is rolled down. We should now be able to pull out these 4 screws and then pull out the old regulator. Okay, I wanted to show you the similarities here between these two. Notice that the new and the old regulator are virtually identical except for their age, and we should be able to take this motor and put it onto this regulator, which I'll prove at a later video. But they are, trust me when I say they are identical regulators. It's no difference. The only difference has been the modifications I've done and the motor that I've installed. Okay, so 30 minutes later, we're back. So a couple of things I want to point out here is, number one, this motor is causing a little bit of a distance problem with respect to putting this wing back in. So it looks like what you have to do is you have to pull the wing out, put the motor back on the glass, leave it kind of out of the tracks, just leave it dangling on one spindle, put the wing back in, get it back into its track up in the top of the door, and then while it's still loose, you haven't put any bolts in it, then you have to work the motor back up behind it, get it back into the tracks for the glass, and then you can bolt the wing back in. So unfortunately, the distance of the motor is causing a crash with the distance here. I would have to imagine that if you were to buy new relics or any of those, you would have exactly the same problem because it's basically exactly the same design. Maybe some of the ones where they have you cut into the door and put the motor here somewhere may not have this problem, but then you have to hack up your door to do it. This one, at least, we haven't had to hack anything. Nothing's in. So we got it in. Paint, for the most part, is intact. We didn't have to tear anything up to get this thing to go. What I did do is I put the spring back on, because when we first put it on, we noticed that there was a little bit of a chatter as it went up and down, and I attributed that maybe because the spring was not in place, may have had something to do with it. And so now we'll give you a first shot here of what it looks like now that we got it all bolted up. There is up, and there's down. Go back the other way just to prove it, and then we'll go back the other way. So there you have it. One power window on a 65 Chevy pickup that we built for $50. And so again, if you want to take another look at it, you click back over to the Chevy forum, look at the 66 Chevy for the power window conversion, and we'll try to put some more data up as we get it. And the next thing we're going to work on is we're going to start working on a handle, a retro handle, because I don't want to pay $100 for a retro handle, especially when we've got some of the hardware back after we made this install. So I will keep you posted on that, and we should have an update shortly. Thanks.